All right, this video is titled Snap Point Tracking. I don't know if that's what other people actually call it. I couldn't figure that out, but that's what I'm calling it for right now. So again, this is kind of hard to explain in words, but once you see me do this, you should understand it. It's not that complicated. And it's a very useful thing to have later on. All right, so you guys should know how to make a polygon, but maybe you don't know how to make a polygon. Before I do anything, I'm going to go ahead and make a point at the center, just like I did in the previous video. So I have a point here, and my lines can snap to the origin, which is very helpful. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to make a polygon. Remember from your geometry expertise that a polygon just means any shape that has more than 3 sides. So basically just any shape with straight lines, actually. Okay, so I'm going to go up here to the rectangle icon, and I'm going to click the down arrow. Okay, polygon. Click that. And it asks you for how many sides do you want your polygon to have. So I can type in, if I want a pentagon, which has 5 sides, I type in 5, and then I click enter. And then it says specify center point. Well, I don't want to type in 0, 0 because I'm lazy. Good thing I have my node object snap turned on. So, and then it's going to ask me if I want inscribed circle or circumscribed about the circle. I'm going to click inscribed for this one. It really doesn't matter. It really depends on the shape. So, but you guys will just have to figure that out as you go. But all right, here we have a pentagon. Okay, so I just made a pentagon, and the center is at the very origin. All right, now I want to make an octagon. So you should know how to make an octagon now. You go up here to the polygon symbol. You click it. It asks you for how many sides do you want your shape to have. I'm going to type 8. An octagon has 8 sides. Click enter. Specify center point. I'm going to go to this time I'm going to do circumscribed about the circle because it has an even number of sides, and yeah, so okay. So here we have an octagon. And I'm going to use this to describe to you how to do snap point tracking. All right, I'm going to make a line L. And I don't have any of my object snaps turned on, so I'm going to make sure that I have all my favorite object snaps turned on, perpendicular. I like intersection, I like quadrant, and I like all of these ones. Okay. Now I'm going to snap to this endpoint. And now let's say I want to make, I can't really describe it. I'm just going to have to show you. I want to make this go halfway between this point and this point up here. Well, I just showed you something. So, okay. So let's say I want to make the line stop just below this point. Okay. So how do I know it's just below that point? Well, see, there's no snapping, but I can make it snap to just below that point. If I just bring my cursor up here, I'm not clicking anything. I'm just going to hover over this point right here. And it snapped to it. I don't click anything. And then I can drag it down. As you can see, it is snapped to this vertical line. As I bring it down, click. Wait, click. There we go. Voila. So now we have a line that ends right below this point up here. And now I can just go straight up, click, escape. Isn't that amazing? All right, so I'm going to do it again. So I'm going to start a line here. I'm going to go straight over here. Oh, I don't know if I think this is just below it. Oh, wait, it wasn't just below it. Oh, no, it's kind of tilted. What am I going to do? Oh, I'm going to do what Will taught me, which means I have to start over. Oh yeah, he said kind of just hover over this point and just drag it down. As I can see, it's snapping to that. Ah, perfect. And that's just, I don't know how to put that in words, but you can see what I'm trying to do here. Okay, you can do this with any snap point. Okay, it doesn't just have to be endpoint. So I have my midpoints turned on, midpoint. So I can do this with midpoint as well. So I'm going to start a line here, and I want this to end just below the midpoint. Okay, how can I make sure it's just below the midpoint of this line? Oh, there's the midpoint. I'm going to hover over it, make sure it snaps, and aha. Isn't that awesome? Okay, so a lot of this has to do with hovering. All right, I'm going to do this in a few different ways, so you're just going to have to pay attention. Here's the midpoint of this line. I want to bring it straight up to this corner up here. So how do I do that? Oh, yeah, just hover over this. Okay, it snapped, which means it's going to activate that green line right there. Awesome. So, yeah, perfect. Okay, well, what if it gets in the way? Okay, I'm going to show you what happens if it gets in the way. So, like, let's say I activate the snap tracking. So I've activated the snap tracking, and but I changed my mind. I don't want it to. Now why is it? Okay, I changed my mind. I don't want it to snap to this point. I don't want it to snap to this vertical line anymore. I changed my mind. I just want it to be like right here in this area, just a little bit to the left. But I can't because it keeps snapping. I'm like, get rid of that snap. Okay, well, here's how you get rid of the snap tracking. You just hover, sorry. You just hover over it again. All right, just hovering over it again. Oh, and look, it's gone. Voila. So I'm going to hover over it again. It's back on. Hover it over it again. It's back off. So just every time you hover over that snap point, it either turns it off or on. I'm going to show you a few more tricks with this snap tracking. I can do endpoints like this. And let's say, let me turn on my polar tracking. I'm going to do every 15 degrees. So I'm going to make, I'm going to start here at the midpoint. And obviously with the polar tracking, you guys should already know that it helps to snap to very specific angles. So I did every 15 degrees, 15, 30, 45, 60. I want it to end just below. I want to do a 45 angle just below this point. Okay, I'm going to snap there. I'm going to bring it down. There we go, 45 degrees. So now I have a perfect, looks kind of like a home plate. You know, home plate when you're playing baseball. I don't know. Okay. I'm going to stop talking and I'm just going to let you watch. It's getting a little bit too much. 30, okay. want it to stop right in the middle of this octagon, so I'm going to okay, you get the point. So that's my video on snap point tracking. So hope that was helpful.